What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls. So, we have a few more missions we gotta do. Well, there's a lot of side ones, but we have some side ones over here, at least 5 of them, and then we got a public dungeon, and then just more side missions. So, yesterday for the Summerset, we got all the Sky Shards. There's the add-on, and I just used that one to get all of them. So, a few other things we gotta do are quests, and I think there's an achievement for completing 33. I got 29 out of 33 done. So that's what we're gonna do today. I guess which one should we pick? Which one do we want to do? The Korgrad Waste. I think that one's a... I'm not sure if that one's a crafting station or an actual quest. I think it's a quest, though.
Turn back to where you came, stranger, unless you want to vanish like the rest. Many of my friends have gone missing near these ruins. Ruliel still holds out hope that they will return, but I am leaving this place before I share their fate. He and a few of the others have staked out a camp up on the ridge. He is foolish to stay. This place is cursed.
Okay. So this doesn't seem like a long mission at all. Maybe a few like side things and then we're good.
Quiet! Someone approaches. Is it Kanhar? I can't sense him.
Disappearances are
Sorry, stranger. My friend can't see too well anymore. She mistook you for someone we've been looking for. Things have been rough lately. More than a few of us have disappeared recently. Kanhar's group are just the latest. They set out to search for the missing and vanished themselves. We're giving those buried ruins a wide berth now. They've stood quiet for decades, but now, new yawning sinkholes, eerie sounds at night. I don't jump at shadows, but missing people? That's a warning I can heed. If you head down there, take a look around for our friends, will you? You're a kind soul. Be careful. We've lost a lot of kind souls of late. That pushy noble, Fidor, might know something about that. He arrived not long ago, claiming to own the place. Certainly acts the part. He was friendly enough with his questions about this land, the manor, and so on. Eventually, he tried to convince us to show him around and started getting pushy when we refused, pressuring us to get off his property. He happened along after our people started vanishing, and he's got reason to want us gone. Raises an eyebrow, yeah? All I'm suggesting is maybe it's time someone started pressuring him for details. It's quiet, and usually free of nosy locals shooing us away. Too scared of the curse. There are a lot of superstitions about this place, but it was nice here. Until recently. The details vary, but they all revolve around the town being wiped out and swallowed by the sea. The sort of divine wrath stories that keep average folk from straying from their safe, comfortable lives. Nowhere else to go. The wastes, as they call them, have been a safe haven for the outcast and unwelcome for a long time. We kept to ourselves, never invited trouble. It showed up anyway. Not much. The land just opens up like a yawning mouth without warning and swallows everything above. Noises echo out of the holes sometimes. Beastly sounds, or what you'd swear were whispers.
For a place with such a terrible reputation, this estate certainly gets a lot of trespassers. You're not another layabout squatting on my land, are you? I didn't expect to find anyone living out here. I thought they could help me shed some light on the mysteries of this place, but it turns out they're just idle squatters. I guess you could call that a problem. This place barely exists outside of fables. My family kept no records of it, or our relatives here, other than our claim to the land. It took years of digging to locate these old ruins, and there's still so much more to uncover. So those vagrants say. For all I know, they're just trying to frighten me off. Their missing friends could be looting as we speak. I'm not leaving until I've searched the ruins myself. I don't mind having some company in this endeavor. Most people are barely willing to speak of this place above a whisper, let alone offer any help. Let's try to find a way inside the sunken ruins, shall we? I asked them to leave when it became clear they were up to no good. If they're trying to blame me for their friends running off, or what have you, that is utter slander. I'm not. I swear I'm as in the dark about these missing persons as you are. The only reason I haven't been to the ruins myself is because I'm not sure how dangerous things really are, and no one was willing to help me. They're outcasts, most likely criminals. My concern isn't so much about why they're here, as to what they may be doing to my family holdings. They could be using priceless records for campfire tinder for all I know. My kin feel I'm wasting my life on a footnote. My parents even threatened to disown me if I continued my search, but that only spurred me on. I want to know why this branch of the family was all but forgotten. You know how important lineage is to our people. We should have preserved everything we could about this place, but instead, nothing. I must know why this place was buried, figuratively and literally.
Okay. There's just so much dialogue in this game. I mean, I get it. Elder Scrolls is known for the story, but dang. What am I doing? Find a way inside the ruins.
How about through here?
Okay, maybe
No,
not.
flooded. Maybe if I was a sea elf. How's it looking there? Packed with mud and debris. This breach looks promising. Take a look.
What did I get aggroed by? Oh. Just going into like a black hole area. What could go wrong?
Can't say I care for the naturalized aesthetic. Keep your eyes out for anything that may have survived the elements. Some answers. What happened to my family here? This place is fascinating. And I suppose I'm curious about the rumors. As long as I don't get murdered by vagrants in a dank cave, I'll just stick with you if you don't mind. Something about that statue catch your interest?
Oh god, do we have to
Even
talk
in
to this
such
dude every time we
disrepair,
find something?
I can imagine
More
how opulent
dialogue.
this manor must have been. My relatives must have been very influential here. The whole town. That's incredible. My family has wealth and holdings, but not much in the way of titles. Why in the world would they show so little interest in our ties to nobility? That's a sound theory. Simple, but sound. There has to be something here that could reveal the truth of the matter. Let's keep searching. Damn. These papers are practically mulch.
Take 2 steps,
Maybe
find a new
something
thing.
survived. Help
Talk
me
to
look.
the dude again.
I wonder whose chambers these were. What was their life like before they abandoned it? And why? May I have a look? Merciful Sirabane! This sounds like the Thracian Plague. A gruesome disease that decimated the population of Tamriel, Summerset included. It made the Nahatan flu seem like the sniffles. Everyone here could have been wiped out. Still, most people alive had family afflicted by the plague. Why hide it? No, it was a vile creation of the Slode, brewed in their kingdom of Thras. But it's possible it harbored the first outbreak on Summerset. That can't be the reason this place was buried. I'm finding more questions than answers. There has to be more. There has to be. Try the room across the hall. For thousands of years? Doubtful. I can see how this place may have gotten its reputation with the locals, but their fears are still unfounded. Down here! I found something!
Oh, goody.
I thought I heard something down here, but the sound must have carried up from this tunnel. It looks formed by erosion. Maybe related to the sinkholes? What about you? Did you find anything else upstairs? Makes sense. The journal mentioned taking the afflicted to the family vaults. It would have been easy for the Korgrads to seal off their estate and leave the town to fend for itself. It's tragic that their compassion probably led to their downfall. Murmurs and splashing. I thought maybe one of those missing squatters was down here, but I think the sound was coming from deeper down. I don't hear it anymore.
Okay, so we're heading downwards. Oh, that's a big area.
This camp looks recent. I'll bet your missing persons just discovered that these... I have a bad feeling. I don't think that was one of your vagrant friends. Somehow I doubt they received a warmer reception than we did. But at least we know the curse of Korgrad has been greatly exaggerated. Whoever we saw just now was a being of flesh and blood. Agreed. Much as I'd like to get to the bottom of all this, we should make finding the squatters our priority. Voices!
They are in us, Abamel Shota.
I heard it again. Be careful. Look, people.
Please approach. We know you are here. There we are. Much better, yes. Manners are easily forgotten when you're so far removed from society. Forgive the others, they are frightened. We mean you no harm. Call me Arilas. I am caretaker of this place. We all are. We led our lives in quiet, contented seclusion until the crumbling stone exposed our home to the outside world again. We are not accustomed to visitors. How long? How long indeed? I think there was a time when such things were measured. I can only say that our duty has been passed down many generations. To the saviors. It is because of their sacrifice that Korgrad lives on. We repay the lives they gave us by caring for the town in their stead. We're very protective of it, you understand. Now, might I ask what's brought you to our home? I see, I see. Our humble town would be treacherous to those who have not grown accustomed to its many twists and turns. I would not follow after them, lest you go missing yourself. You possess the Savior's compassion and determination. The last people from above we observed followed a narrow passage to the north. May you be reunited with them soon.
Go on without me. I'm going to speak with Arilas about my ancestors.
This is the day we've waited for so long. The return of a living descendant. The Saviors will be pleased that their sacrifice was not for nothing. They took the sickness from us, from our ancestors, at great cost to themselves. All of Korgrad would have perished if not for them. They preserved us from the sickness of the sea, For that, we will be eternally grateful. We follow the Savior's guidance. It was their wisdom that brought us here and kept us safe for generations. Though buried, Korgrad lives. It's all we've known beyond our stories of life before. It is not so bad as you imagine. Through a narrow passage to the north. Worry not for your companion while you search. We will care for him as we care for all that the Savior's entrusted to us.
I'd like to spend some time with Arillas. If these people really are descendants of Korgrad's populace, there's a lot I could learn from them. You heard, Arillas. It's dangerous deeper down. And let's be honest, I'm not going to be much help crawling through tunnels. I'm no warrior, but take a look at them. They're positively sickly. I doubt they want any trouble. More to the point, I think their saviors might have been my ancient ancestors. They may be more trusting of me than other outsiders. These saviors
Something
you mentioned
tells me,
didn't
like,
happen to be members of
they're
the
gonna
family.
attack him. I don't know, it just feels weird. I think I've seen enough movies to know what happens.
Save us from these monsters, please! Get us out of here! They're killing us!
Bloodletting, I think. These cave vermin poke and prod us whenever Arillas needs something to offer his saviors. To what end? I don't know. Maybe they're vampires, or wood elves. Poor bastard. Never seen these vermin in such a frenzy. They dragged him screaming through those doors there, and sealed them shut right after. Small mercy that we can't hear what they are doing to him. When Arillas isn't bleeding us, and tending to his saviors beyond those doors, he spends most of his time with whatever unholiness goes on in the tombs below. His keys may be there. Hurry and set us free before we wind up like your friend.
You know, I would be a little bit more surprised, but I'm not. I feel like I knew this was gonna happen.
Thousand venerations to you.
Bless you. I can walk. We aren't free yet. We have to get out of here before those cave vermin come scurrying after us. Your friend's dead. If these saviors really are vampires, what chance do we have against them? I suppose if there's any chance, we have to try. Nobody deserves a death like this. I just hope you're right, or we'll all find out.
Okay.
Welcome to
Oh,
Cloudrest,
there are so
visitor.
many people here.
Such as it is. Come, speak. I have not had civil company in some time. You arrive upon a momentous reunion of our filial blood. The day we have so long waited for. Bestowing on him the Korgrad legacy, he is taking the first step upon the long road to restoring this house. It will be a demanding journey that will require much sacrifice. His vitality. It will take all he has to offer to restore each of us. But if he is up to the task, he will reap a precious bounty. On the contrary, he will taste immortality as we have, but only for scant centuries, not millennia. In a few generations, our bloodline will be renewed and possess the purity needed to restore Fydur. The embalming process has already begun. When the stone is finished, we will be restored, and he will be a savior. I regret my vain attempt to stop the sickness from spreading beyond our borders. The people rebelled against their confinement and nearly broke the quarantine. I was forced to destroy the sea walls and flood the town. To spare them and others from the gruesome death that was sure to come, or so I hoped. From that day forward, our only concerns were for our kingdom below. We spare them the ravages of the terrible sickness that spread through Korgrad. In exchange, they care for us in this invalid state. So we have endured. So Korgrad has endured for longer than I can clearly recall. To be free of the disease is to be free of all humors. They offer us their tainted blood to sustain our fragile grip on life, and through sorcery, the sickness is purged. Together we flee its horrors. But there was no true escape, until now. Because he is kin. Most would not debase their bodies with the blood of men, but I am beyond such concerns. The blood Arilas offered us from the outsiders was free of disease, but unsustainable nonetheless. Fydur will be different.
Gods, that was... I could feel my skin tightening as the stone drew the moisture out of me like a wineskin. I don't suppose you have water. My tongue is a whetstone. Right. I suppose I can keep up. I'll just lick the damp off the walls if I get woozy.
Okay.
Saviors, I've failed you. They've stolen our future, but I swear I'll...
We did it. Winner. The loading screens have been especially bad lately. Ever since Summerset came out, I've been sitting in long load screens for a while. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everyone. if it takes too much longer, I'm just gonna do a quick edit.
I can hardly believe it. You found Henrig and Mindaril, but where are the others? No, you've done more than anyone ever has for us. If anyone's to blame, it's us. We survive out here by sticking together. But we let fear keep us from doing what needed to be done. Was it quick? I can see. Tortured. Why? Just for the fun of it? Gods, I'll heed curses more closely in the future. The locals were right to avoid this place.
If it weren't for you, I'd have wound up a husk like those monsters, withering in that pit for who knows how long. I owe you my life. Even now, I still feel for them. What a miserable fate. I wish it could have been different. That Korgrad might have been redeemed. I used up most of my means traveling here, but take this with my gratitude. I'll stay with these people a while longer, if they'll have me. Best to stick together, and perhaps my standing will shield them from the intolerance my kind have for Nebarah. My name may be all the means I can lend them. I doubt my parents will offer any support. Who knows if I'll even be welcome home when I return. I might be as much a vagabond as they when all is said and done. I'll do what I can, though. I don't know. Too often my kin seem content to forget ugliness exists in our society. If nothing else, someone will want to know about cave people harboring the Thracian plague. I hope someone aside from Sirabane knows what to make of that. My eyes still feel like they're covered in grit, but I think I'll be back to normal with a drink and a good night's sleep. The latter might be hard to come by until we are far from this place.
Alright, so we finished that one. We're going to be doing the Academy or Sea Keep next. But thanks so much for watching, and see you guys in the next episode. If you are new to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I do upload videos every single day, so hopefully you guys will find something new. And I'll see you guys later.